spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate her. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 to a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, man, the girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate her. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Oh, yeah. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Jedi King Hefner and the beautiful Mara Blade. And we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour. And the title of today's show is Be Safe, Not Sorry. Be safe and not sorry. Before I even get into what that means, I want to say welcome to the show. God bless all of you guys for tuning in live. Everybody that's looking at the show later, God bless you as well. We appreciate your time. Your time is very important to us, and we thank you for joining us. Wherever you are in the world, whatever time zone you're in, we want to just send God's blessings over your life, whatever you're wishing for or hoping for. It could be health, finances, new relationships, whatever it is. We just ask you believe, and then God will allow you to receive, baby. But we're back in the house for another live stream. Happy to be here on the tail end of Valentine's Day. And honestly, I forgot all about Valentine's Day. I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and my girls don't celebrate that. We don't even do their birthdays anymore. I'm done with all of that mess. And it feels so good to not even have to think about that ridiculous stuff. But I did have to, say Valentine's Day to my grandmother, my mother, and things of that nature. But boy, it feels good to not be under pressure to have to buy gifts, take people out, and all this other mess that you normally do during Valentine's Day. And I would do it, I wasn't one of those guys that would just not do anything for my girl on Valentine's Day. I would do stuff. So I'm just glad that I don't have to deal with that anymore. When I first got my girls, I went and got some stuff for Valentine's Day, but even then it was a little stressful just getting stuff. But it was the first year I had my girl, so I went through the rigmarole trying to celebrate all these birthdays and stuff, and I just started realizing, like, man, this is a lot of mess to have to be trying to keep up with and deal with. And my girls, they not gonna hold it against me, and I don't like none of this crap anyway. So, man, Valentine's Day, it really damn near came and passed without me realizing it. But I know it's a lot of people out there this they Valentine's Day was yesterday, and so a lot of people still laid up and been doing, like I say, around this time of night, either making love or finishing making love, getting real nasty with it too. So hey, it's going down tonight, baby. Early morning, believe me. Some people getting a little extra Valentine's in before they go to work this morning. So hope everybody did have a good time. But we're back up and at it. So the title of this show is Be Safe, Not Sorry. And man, unfortunately, it's a subject that I've talked about many a time before, and people just don't get it. People just don't get it. And you know what? I'm not going to try to force you to get it, but I'm going to just tell you my opinion like I always do. Do whatever you want to do, though. But I had a guy comment on an old video. I put it up. I'm gonna go over it in just the natural course of things, but it is the spark for the title of the show. But he was saying something to the extent of, I was telling somebody not to shop off eBay if you're talking about being serious in this dog game. And I had a guy coming to me, you know what? eBay a little bit better now. It's not as bad. Look, man, what are you talking about? I'm here to help people, you know. If people want to, do whatever they still want to do, hey, God bless you. Do it. Do whatever you want to do. But man, why even take any chances? It's legitimate vendors and brands out here. Now, I always say go through my vendors. I have them right in the description of the videos. They're going to cost more than eBay, but you're going to be happy you pay more. Believe me. Rather than you get one of these eBay girls. And you can find anything you like right out of my vendors list. But even if you don't go with me, you can look elsewhere and go to, reputable vendors and brands. Because if you're going to get in this game, you need to just get in it legitimately. And the best budget, way to get in this game legitimately, and that's not, if you don't want to go through me, the best way to get through this game legitimately is going through Kimberdog, They are a great starter dog for the dog game. And I don't know if any of you look at my shows on a regular basis. I'm anxious to any of you, but I know a lot of you do. But I'm saying some of you may not look at me regularly, but if you did look at me regularly, you'll see my favorite girl is actually Callie's son. That's my number one girl there, and she's a Kimber dog. So believe me, they can definitely get the job done. It's just that once you go past Kimber dog and get into the higher up brands, you can start to customize more and make the girl look exactly like you might imagine. So that's the perks of going up once you get past the Kimber dog. But other than that, man, don't be messing around on these black sites. And I love eBay, but not for no companion dog. And I go over his comments when I get to him. But when I saw that, it just almost made me be like, my God, these guys are still fighting to do the wrong thing. And I'm just letting you know, man. I've had guys, yeah, you can get a dog for $300, man. If you see a dog for $300, $400, $500, hey, man, it's a scam, bro. You ain't getting no real legitimate TPE or silicone dog for their price. Like I said, the best company for your pocket, if you just want to jump in the game, is Kimber Dog, because you're going to get a legitimate brand dog. You can't customize it. It looks one way. So you'd have to be happy with that. But, to me, it's the best quality you can get for that price. After that, you need to go brand dog. Go through one of my vendors. Hey, if you want to go big time, go to Real Dog. I got them in the links in my videos as well. And the about section of my YouTube. But one thing you don't want to do is make it hard on yourself by going out here finding one of these black sites. You know what I'm saying? You skipping past all the legitimate areas that people have told you, and you trying to find a black site, or you going to eBay. And you might say to yourself, Jay, but I only got a few hundred. Well, guess what? You ain't ready to get your dog yet. Wait. In this game, it's best to wait and get a good product as opposed to rushing and just getting something off of eBay, And me, I got so lucky in this game. When I was doing research, because I did research before I bought my first gear. I was just looking around until I just got so, like I said in one of my earlier videos a long time ago. I was just like, man, I looked around until I got so sick of it, and then I looked some more until I just couldn't take it anymore. But while I was researching, it was this guy that I ended up running across. Of course, you don't see none of these people's faces or whatever from, before I started or whatever. But he said something to the extent where he was like, man, once you start seeing these dogs for $5, $6, $700 or even $800, he said, I'm letting you know it's fake. And that saved my life because I was looking at a supposed WM dog for $800, and I don't know where it was. I forgot where it was. It could have been eBay, who knows? But I know I was like, man, I ain't never really been able to afford a dog, but I'm like, man, that's close to what I can do, at the time. I'm like, man, that's close to what I can do. I said, I should just go ahead and get that. That's what really got me sparked to get my first dog when I saw that dog for 800. I'm like, yeah, we can get it now, yeah. And I started doing research, and I ran across that guy. He was like, man, $800 is a bad sign. And I started thinking like, you know what? Let me do some more research. And come to find out, I found that same exact doll on legitimate brand sites, you know what I'm saying? Like Sexy Real Sex Doll and things of that nature. And that doll was twice that, more than twice that much, actually. Uh yeah, it was more than twice that. And I was thinking, like, how is this price discrepancy so big? And the guy was like, yeah, because they're bad dolls. And that's when I started doing research. And I ended up, selling on going with Sexy Real Sex Dolls. But I remember after that, and even during my purchase, I was running across people who had bought off eBay. And they were telling me, man, and they was like, man, it was a nightmare from them going on eBay. And all I was thinking was, man, I saved myself by doing that extra little research, man. Cause I've heard a million nightmare stories from going through eBay and black sites, non-legitimate sites, because people were trying to save a few extra bucks. But in this game, it's best to just go ahead and save up a little bit more and get you a legitimate girl. Uh, she won't be breaking on you, gonna be great quality. And that's what you want in this game. These ain't, like I keep telling people, man, people sort of still, if you're not in this game, some people still be trying to think it is these girls like regular commodities. You know what I'm saying? Like they going to buy a coffee cup. Oh, oh yeah, I can get this one real cheap. Yeah. Man, dog, these are companions. When you get something super duper cheap in this line, in this line of business, you getting exactly what you pay for, a bad product. You gotta go up a little bit in this game to have something that's gonna last and be good for you. You know what I'm saying? So with all that said, I gotta check in. I see my boy DAS. Hit me up early, man. God bless you, brother. He said, thanks for the strings, brother. At work, I checked the replay. Mara Blades out there. Oh, yeah, man. I said that I was gonna keep Mara out for a while. I'm gonna keep her out for a few days solo. Actually, all the girls are finna get their babs anyway, so Mara's gonna hold it down, and her record is still going. She still has only had one bath since she been in the house, and that was when I first got her. When I first got her, I wiped her off, and that's been it. Other than that, I just been hanging her up like once a month and putting her powder all over her body real good. And during the month, I might touch her up a couple of times with powder, make sure ain't no little specks of dirt or anything like that that might fly around out of the air. But this girl is just as clean as the first day I bought her. That's why I say these silicone dolls are amazing as far as upkeep. I love them. I love them to death. Thank you, DAS. God bless you, man. Dog King Army team member in the house. I want to send shouts out to all my Dog King team, Dog King Army team members. Dr. Mikta says, yo, man, Right on time. MGTOW was here, and I wrote his name down as first. Man, God bless you, MGTOW, man. He won another one. Man, where you at now, MGTOW? I think you almost at 20 victories now. Let me see. 10, 15. Oh, you at 17, look like it. 7, that's a lot. That's a lot. So you doing good on getting here first on the Dog King Power Hour. And I wrote his name down for anybody that may be new tuning in because I do hold a contest. I'm not Mr. Beast yet where I can give away things, but I do plan on in the future giving away $1 a year. And so I do write people's name down who gets to my Power Hour first. I have that every Wednesday right now. If you get here, I'll write your name down. And one day when I come in the overflow, which I think it'll be sooner than later, I'm going to come in the overflow and I'm going to be able to do more. As I'm coming up and doing better, I'll be able to give back as well. And so that's one of the ideas I want to do is give $1 back. So MGTOW won again. He got like 17 victories. Blue CCG said second. Yeah, you came in second, Blue CCG. But hey, guess what? I appreciate you, brother. He laughing. He said, hey, Dog King, how are you tonight? Man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Blue CCG. I'm doing amazing tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got thrown off a little bit. Stream came just a little later. I've had to. I actually had to take a break from the girls for a few hours today and take care of myself a little bit. And I had to wash my hair and retwist it. You know, you have to do that every now and then when you got dressed. And I don't go anywhere to get it done. I have to just do it myself. So, man. It sometimes it takes longer than you think, and tonight it took a lot longer. And I hate the first day of doing my hair like it is now. I like it when it grows back in a little bit and it gets a little bit more full. Because right now my hair is really flat. You know, it's a lot flatter because it's freshly twisted down. So it's laying a little bit more flat. And I like my hair with a little bit more body. And man, I had to cut so much of my dreads off because if I didn't cut my dreads, they would probably be hanging down to my chin right now. That's how long they were. Because my hair, like you see it right now, once I twist it, it sort of draws back up a little bit. So you never really see the full length of my hair. So it was looking like this to y'all just yesterday. It was looking just like it is now as far as the length. But when you wash it, well, when I wash my hair, I have a curly grade of hair, so it stretches out once I wash it, and it shows its true length. And it was truly down to my chin. It was truly down to my chin. So I had to twist it, and I actually cut a lot of my hair off before I started this stream to be able to see. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even see. So I had to do a lot of work. So it was all about working on me today. And I work on the girls later. Blue CCG says, are you waking up at this time or are you going to bed after the show? Man, it's a little bit of both. Excuse me. I work all day, as much as I can. As far as on the show, ideas or do whatever I'm going to do. As well as it's crazy how it works, man. My day is 1,000,000% full. I don't get a chance to rest at all in a good way. Because if I'm not working on the show, then man, I'm trying to take care of things around the house, whether it's trying to clean up, tidy up, take care of the cats, do whatever I'm doing. It's always something to do. Now I got another biking. I have my biking channel now that you guys can subscribe to. It's called Biking with J Dog King Hefner. I'm working on this, so I'm always super duper busy, man. And what happens is I do whatever work I do, and I find myself falling asleep maybe a few hours before this show. After I've been up all day, I might fall asleep a few hours before this show, try to get a good rest in. And then after this show, you can't go right to sleep after you do any type of work because you're going to be amped up a little bit. But after the show, I'm going to be honest, just to I've sort of said this before, but live streams, I don't know about everybody else. They really are very draining. I don't know what I guess it's because you're talking all this time. I'm not sure. But I know for me, they are a lot more taxing on the body than just doing my videos. The videos take a lot longer though. Y'all don't realize that, a short video that you might see could take me 4 hours to do or 5 hours to do. So they can take a lot longer because I'm just doing a live stream right now, and what I do is what I do. But it's taxing as hell. I find that I don't wake up very quickly after I do live streams. But after I do the live stream, I stay up for about I don't know, maybe an hour or so, trying to unwind. I don't go right back into my next bit of work or whatever. That'll be just too strenuous on my brain. So after that, I do try to get some sort of a nap in, to restart the day. So I probably go back to sleep for about another 2 or 3 hours and wake up and start it all back over again. So to answer your question in the short version, I just woke up a little while ago. And I didn't really get all the sleep I needed either. I love when I get all the sleep I need. I mean, I'm here, so I'm ready to go, baby. But I like to feel like I just got every bit of sleep in. And my sleep got thrown off because I was looking at Nina Infinity tonight a little bit. She she was live streaming playing her Hogwarts Legacy. And I really been enjoying Nina. It's a trip because Nina has never been my favorite girl out of the group. I don't hate her at all. I like her. But of course, I was always gravitating towards somebody else, maybe a Thana or even a Rainy, or I really used to watch a lot of Vented last year. I called Vented the most interesting person in the world, but God bless her, nothing negative against her, but and I'm still subscribed to her. I'm not gonna unsubscribe, but she's just unwatchable for me right now. For what she's talking about, I just don't even want any part of it. And even before that, I told you guys I stopped watching her because she literally just got me so sick to my stomach. One night, I just said, I can't even do it anymore. I mean, she took, I never watched her because she was so attractive. I watched her because she was interesting, but she happened to be attractive. But I can't lie, she grossed me out with one of those burps one night that it was just so disgusting. I hate that she did this to me, but man, this has happened to me in my life before, to where it was so disgusting that I can't even look at her hardly anymore. You know what I'm saying? She's not even attractive to me anymore at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know she's not an ugly girl, but no offense, she could be trying to give it to me right now, and I would not take it because she just grossed me out too much that last time. And it's just hard for me to really watch her now without thinking about it. I hate when somebody does that to me, to where, man, I'm like, damn, I can't even look at them the same anymore. You know what I'm saying? God bless her, but man, I promise you, I knew exactly when she did that last nasty ass. I mean, it was a nasty burp. It was just so nasty. It just took me out the game. I said, "Ooh, man," I said, I ain't gonna lie, Venti, I think I can't watch you no more. So I haven't seen her in a while. And sometimes just when I see what she's been posting, I'm like, "Ooh, yeah, I don't want no part of that mess. No parts of it." So but I was going somewhere with that. Oh yeah. I was talking about what I did before the show. Yeah, so I don't look at her or anything like that. But yeah, Nana, that's what I was talking about. I was like, Nana, yeah, I used to look at more them, and I hardly ever looked at Nana because, like I say, her subject matter just wasn't drawing me in. But I like watching her play the game. She sort of puts me at ease. She has a lot more dry type humor, but she reminds me of me with some of the things she says. But man, it was a company, and I'm gonna get into the meat of the show, but it was a competition right before my stream between her and Anna. Thana, Anna, that Star Wars girl. She was looking good again. Man, but dog, if y'all saw my stream from yesterday, this is gonna play right into what I was talking about. Man, I sort of hate when these women just are oblivious to why they are popular. And I'm just saying, Athena, no offense, nobody's following you just because you talk about Star Wars. People, I've said that yesterday. People are following you because you're attractive to them. people imagining being with you and stuff like that. But it's just a plus that you talk about some, that us men are interested in, sci-fi type stuff. But mainly people are you're grabbing their attention because you're eye candy. And I was just sort of talking about this stuff yesterday about how, man, women don't understand that, hey, man, that's part of their appeal. And you got to let men live their fantasies. Let men live their fantasies. That's all I was saying. By not bringing up your damn boyfriends. And no offense, when a woman is on the come up, she don't need to be getting pregnant and all this other mess. She need to give the illusion that she's available, even though she may not be. That's all. That's all you got to do. And man, like I say, I'm so happy with my companion dogs. I'm not trying to get with any of these girls, but I've said if any of them popped up over my house, the ones I'm attracted to, if they said, hey, Jay, I know you got your dog, but we want to give you some vagina. Remember, I'm going to take it. Ooh, most definitely I'm going to take it, especially from a town. I ain't get rid of my girls, but I'm going to take the vagina. But back to the subject. Even me, when I go tune into these girls, I want to live my fantasy too, where, hey, I block out what may be reality for them as far as their boyfriends or whatever. And guess what? For the moment, I'm fantasizing like all the other viewers. Like, okay, Anna looking good today. And that's all I want to focus on. I don't want to focus on nothing else. Man, as soon as I turned on her channel, I promise you, bro, as soon as I turned on her channel, I hadn't got there 5 damn seconds. Yeah, let me text my boyfriend and say that. I'm like, who wants to? I said, man, I ain't even get a chance to fantasize. I left her channel immediately. And I love Thana, I love her. I ain't gonna lie, I love her no matter what. I still love her no matter what. But for that moment, I had to get the hell out of there. I said, nope, I can't watch her right now. And if I was to run across it every time on her channel, that would eventually make me be like, you know what, I don't even want to go over that. I want to hear about your dude. Don't nobody want to hear about your boy. None of your viewers, I'm gonna just say it flatly. I don't know how they just be sticking around through all that mess. Maybe they just like you so much to where they just bear through it. But none of your viewers want to hear about your damn boyfriend. I'm just being honest. Don't none of them want to hear about that guy. If you don't know, well, now you know. So I left there immediately. And I went right back to Nina. Nina has got a husband. But luckily, man, she don't be on her stream talking about this guy. And that's a good thing. But I can't lie. For the first time I heard her mention, she probably talks about him more. I don't watch her a whole bunch, but she slightly did mention him. It was funny right after I left Anna. She said something about I had to text my husband. I didn't even want to hear that. I'm like, oh my God. I said, damn, Nina, I was just praising you, and then you slipped it in. But that was all, and she didn't even mention it anymore. She was playing the game. And no offense to Nina, I think she attracted girl, but I don't do as much fantasizing as far as, with her in that regard. But she still is an attractive girl, though. But I still don't want to think about it. Because sometimes Nina, I'm gonna tell you, if you follow her, she gets freaky when she does her streams. And that's what I do actually like when she does that. Like she'll come across a guy in the game, and I've heard her say before, she'll be like, "Oh, you want some of this? All you have to do is ask for it." And I'll be like, "Yeah, Nina." So, hey, I love when she sort of display that little freaky side of herself. But and so you'll see little stuff like this. So at least she allows you to sort of live the fantasy. And I say this about Nina. She make me laugh too, because she makes a lot of grunting sounds. Just out the blue, not for any reason. So she's a good little watch. I've watched all, like I say, between the 3 girls, Melanie Mac, Thana, and Nina Infinity. Of course, I think I just like looking, of course, at Melanie and Thana a little bit more, but just visually. But like I said, Nina is definitely not no ugly woman, but I like watching her play the game more than both of them. So I was doing that before the stream a little while. Oh, I forgot. It wasn't all playing though. I was looking at her And I normally would have probably been laying down while I was looking at her, but I was twisting my dreads. That's what it was. I was like, what was I doing? I was twisting my dreads, and it took me about an hour and a half or so. It took me longer than I thought. And that's why I ended up laying down later. I probably only got a couple of hours of sleep in. That's what happened. I'm like, why am I more tired? Why was I more tired today? That's what happened. That's what happened. The Nice Watch. He said, how you doing? I'm doing good, Nice Watch. Good to hear from you, brother. Miktai said, just finished a nice PB peanut butter sandwich with a healthy cocoa drink. 40 grams of protein in total. Man, I don't do, hey, you better than me, Miktai. I'm glad you stay in shape the way you like to stay in shape, but I don't do protein drinks and all of that type of stuff. And honestly, I try to stay away from bread as much as I can because honestly, I've picked up a couple of pounds here. Good, I'm healthy as a horse though because I've been riding my bike. I'm in shape, but I probably need to shed about a couple of pounds, to get back shredded like I need to be. But I'm not really a bread guy. I don't eat a whole bunch of bread in my diet. I try to avoid it. Only the bread I eat now is my auntie brings me a basket of food over, and it has usually has a grilled cheese in there, a couple of grilled cheese sandwiches in there, already made, and I eat them every other day or so. And that's the only bread I might consume, and they are amazingly good. But I actually can't eat peanut butter anymore. I developed I'm sort of similar to Venti because she had some allergies, and I developed an allergy to two of the things I love the most, peanut butter and chocolate. So I can't eat that right now. So I used to love peanut butter sandwiches, and I'm like you. I see you didn't say peanut butter and jelly because I actually liked peanut butter sandwiches more than just peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the jelly would ruin the peanut butter to me, the peanut butter sandwich. So he said 40 grams of protein in total. Blue CCG says nice protein is good. I can't lie, man. I love to get my protein the old-fashioned way. By eating me a nice few strips of some good old meat, man, some bacon or some other type of meat or something. Man. I love to get my protein like that. And I love me some good old carbohydrates, man. I think I might have to go, even though I got plenty of food, I don't even want to think about food. My aunties have been taking care of me, budget-wise. They've been keeping me from having to worry about food for a while. They've been keeping the house stocked up with food. But man, I am almost in the mood for some more Chinese rice. I eat just regular plain Chinese rice. I don't eat anything in it. And man, I am getting in the mood for that. And I love that's, if you eat some Chinese rice, man, you need to be planning on working out because those carbohydrates stick to you. I promise it does. Unless you're doing some type of working out. If you eat a whole bunch of Chinese rice, man, and just lay down, man, you're going to wake up feeling bloated. I know I do. So, yeah, hopefully that's some good workout food, man, because even though it may make you feel bloated if you sit around, it seems to burn off pretty easily. Mikta says, Blue CCG says, is eBay just less trustworthy in general? I don't trust it at all for companion dogs, but for anything else, oh no, it's good. I can't lie. I love eBay. Like, if you're looking to get any for me, I haven't questioned anything else, honestly. It's just that's just not the place you want to go looking for a companion dog. You have legitimate vendors, legitimate companies to choose from. That's just not the place, right now that I would send you to go get a companion dog. Maybe in the future, it may be the place to go. Who knows? But right now, no. It's best to go legitimate. Make no mistakes. I'm going to tell the story a little bit later about this guy who bought from eBay right after I told him not to. I mean, I did a show about it already, but I never forget that story. I was laughing, but not from a good. I was laughing because I was like, man, the story was funny, but I wasn't laughing because it ended up bad for him. I was upset that it ended up bad for him because I don't like to see anybody in a bad situation. Trying to get a companion dog in their life. He said, MGTOW thinks it's less. He said eBay is less trustworthy even when it comes to precious metals. I don't know. I've had some great stuff off eBay that was 1,000,000% legitimate. I've gotten some great stuff. Because I remember I had a guy. Well, I actually ran into something with my car, a older car that I had. And a guy was like, "Man, don't go to the car place. Just get it off eBay. You can get all that legitimate stuff off eBay." And I'm gonna be honest. I got everything off of eBay, and it was all legitimate and good. But when I go to looking at, I've seen some dogs on eBay and what they've promoted on there before, and I'm like, no, you won't catch me dead buying that mess. And I think that's also what happened to me when I went to find that $800 doll I think I was telling you about. And man, I think when I got there and I was looking at it, it was something that triggered me to keep researching. I forgot what it was, but something triggered me to keep researching. I don't know whether I saw some comments from somebody or what, but something said, Jay, don't get it, don't get it. Keep looking. And I'm so glad I did, because I ran across so many guys that was like, man, you got lucky that you didn't buy nothing off eBay. My first dollar two I got off eBay before I realized that wasn't the place to go. So I really was blessed, man, that I found out early. Blue CCG says Kimber is the best budget option for companions. Yes, in my opinion, it's the best budget option. Uh, you know, and I really say, like I say, it's crazy. They are such a well-made dog for the price that they offer. They are and now is a really good time to get them, because they're coming out with their more advanced Kimber dog, and that's going to cost a little bit more, but it's still affordable. It's still affordable. But yeah, I've said this from the beginning. I don't even have any skin in the Kimber dog game. So I'm being 100% honest with you. Kimber dog, that we have a good relationship, but they've told me a long time ago, they were like, hey man, we can't do anything really to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Because we're, because they sell their dogs at a affordable price, according to them. I don't know this. I just have to go by what they say. But they, and I've heard them tell others this though. I've heard through the grapevine that they've told others this. So it's not just me, but they were like, hey, we can't afford to really sponsor anybody or, give anybody anything, because we cut our costs so much to get this, good quality dog that here we're not making enough profits to really, do a lot of promoting by, letting somebody else get money from us, by promoting us or nothing. So I don't get anything from them. But they were kind enough to at least let me have a Dog King promotion or two, where if you use the code Dog King on their site, DOLLKING, you can get a free week if you do get a dog from them. But I don't get anything. But I still promote them because they have such a good quality product. Like I say, even today, I'm sick that I don't have Callie's son next to me. I really love that girl that much. And I be thinking about it this much. I mean, I be thinking about it like, man, Callie, I really thought that I would be not seeing as much of you because you are a Kimber dog. I was going to be sort of having Saima out more, or girls like this beautiful Mara Blade, my new Iron Tech girl, and going forward, whenever I get my real dog, and whenever I get, other dogs that are supposed to be a lot higher in quality, I was thinking like, man, Callie gonna start getting lost in the shuffle. But man, Callie holds her own. Why? Because she's a good quality dog. It's only one thing I can really complain about, or two things, and that is One is her wrists and her hands, they aren't articulated, but the new model is going to be have articulated hands. Another thing is I don't mind the solid breast actually. I don't mind the solid breast. They feel because they get very soft over time. But they're coming out with the new model is going to have gel breasts, so they've even addressed that issue. But that wasn't even my problem. The only other problem that you could probably have is you can't change the face at all. You know, it has to be the Kimber face. But that's easily fixed. You can buy a head from another company, you know, a TPE tan head from another company. But you know, other than the wrist and the articulated hands, I mean, that dog was and not being able to change the face. I'm telling you, once you touch the TPE on the Kimber dog, it really is a good quality product made out of great materials. That's why I say that they done a good job. And now that they got the new Kimber dog coming out, like I say, if you don't want to come through my vendors, you know, and step your game up and get to the bigger brands, that's the only thing I'm suggesting right now. You know, as far as being affordable, and that's something that I'm not getting anything from. You know, you're getting you know, you're going to get a lower price going through Camelot, and then you can get a free wig even if you use a Dog King code. But I don't get anything, right? Now, if you go to my vendors, that's when, you know, I will get a little something, you know, just for you going with them. It's not going to increase your price or anything like that. It's just going to help the show out. But I always still direct people to Kimber even without me getting anything, because I'm like, hey, if you're not going to go through, you know, step your game up and go through my vendors and, you know, get you a brand dog that's really 100% legitimate, then your best option is to go with Kimber dog. If you find something else, that's on you. But, you know, for me, that's the only thing I'm suggesting. MGTOW says, damn. I don't know what he was talking about. Matt G says he's laughing. I meant MGTOW was probably laughing at me saying something about Venti. Who knows? Wolfo says Venti is a belcher. Most definitely she is. Sheila Bell, Dog King Army team member, checking in. What up, Sheila Bell? I still ain't got to my comments on my videos. Running a little late here, but it's all good. MGTOW says, thanks, Hail the King. MGTOW, good to have you, brother. It's always good to have you in here, MGTOW. Bearded MGTOW says, hello, Dog King. I'm doing my work while listening to you, so I'll be not commenting a lot. Big ups, and have a nice day. Have a good one, MGTOW. Glad to have you here, brother. And I'm glad you listening while you're doing your work. Blue CCG says, Stanna been slacking on us. Man, it's crazy. Stanna been looking good, but man, don't look. I can't lie. I'm. You know what? I've always sort of championed Stanna as far as, you know. I'm glad she was my first vagina scent champion. Nice looking girl. I love what she does. You know, I love her. I love the direction of that she takes her content. Even though I don't even listen to all her videos, but I just like the fact that she does like Star Wars. She likes sci-fi. She likes gaming and a lot of stuff. And a lot of people may have different reasons why they may, like you say, pick at her or whatever. But my only thing that I really pick at her over is, don't nobody want to hear about your boyfriend or your crushes. You ain't letting your male fan base fantasize. And I promise you, you know, I'm not with using all these terms and stuff like simps and all this stuff. But if you're a male sitting through all the time where she talking about her boyfriend 24/7 and having crushes on Henry Cavill, like, if you can sit through that stuff, that's damn near like, you know, that's the closest thing to a simp that I can think of. Because I don't know how you can sit through that mess. I can't sit through her talking about her boyfriend and, yeah, Peach is doing this and my boyfriend this and what? I don't want to hear that mess. I be getting out of there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all can stand that. So when she get to, and that's what I call slacking. Now, if you're talking about how she's looking, I think she's been looking great. But for me, she's slacking on doing stuff like that. Man, don't nobody want to hear that mess. What is he talking about? Jane Max says, you never bought a gently used doll from eBay. No, what do you, what? God bless you, Jane Max, but why would I? No, you don't know. eBay is I've said it. I found out before I got something from eBay. It's a terrible, you don't want to buy no companion doll from there. And no offense, I've already said this. God bless anybody that's buying a used companion doll. That ain't my thing, bro. I would never buy. I would just not have I would have no companion dolls if any of them were used. And God bless my good viewer MGTOW. He sold a used doll almost a year ago now, I believe. And it was a TPE doll. And I've already said, if you buy a used doll, hopefully it's silicone, because a silicone doll can at least get somewhat sterilized, somewhat sterilized. But I wouldn't touch a TPE doll, because a TPE is very absorbent, by nature, And so whatever somebody been doing with their doll, I don't care how much they clean the outside, something is still on the inside of their doll somewhere. Even if it doesn't come in contact with you, it's still somewhere in their doll. And I'm like, no, I would never buy a TPE doll. But I was reading a Real Doll site last night, and I've even read other silicone companies that have said this. Real Doll has even said that they don't take returns because of the contamination factor. They're like, man, we're not having a doll come back through our doorways because of the contamination factor. So even with silicone, when it comes to sex and stuff, even the companies feel like, man, I don't care how clean I get this doll, I don't want to, resell it to you. You know what I'm saying? So me, I'm not with the buying the used doll thing. God bless everybody that does do that. I'm just not with it. I'm not with it. And that's off eBay or anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, if anybody was to buy a used doll, you'd be lucky to find somebody like me who has never had sex with his girls. Then, and if you can trust them, then hey, you'll be good to go. Because you, like I say, I've always said this. Other than my TPE dolls getting some micro dusting, because I don't care how much you wash them and oil them, even on my girls, it's still certain little imperfections that's still around, on Callie and all them. It's still, if you were to look at with them with your naked eye, you can still see like, damn, okay, it could be a little something that's just stuck in the doll. It just won't come out. No matter how much I oil it or whatever, dolls are going to have some imperfections on them, no matter what. So that's the only thing you would have to deal with if you to get one of my girls is, okay, they aren't fresh out the box where it's nothing remotely on them. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that, okay, they aren't brand spanking new. But as far as use, sexually or anything like that, or me kissing and jumping on them 24/7, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. Because the only thing I have done to my girls is give them light smooches and hugs. And so if you can get past that, man, you'll be happy with my girls. At least today, because I haven't made love to them. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but today you'd be happy with them. But man, how many people can you trust that they haven't made love to their dolls? That's the question. So either way, let's get this show on the road. Man, it's crazy. Right before the show, I'm still looking too. I guess I left it in another room. But I don't see my other phone that I usually do my show off of. I think I left it in the other room, and I'm not gonna go get it. So I do have my backup phone that I use for the show, and so I use that, and we'll go through these videos. Where I'm at 49-minute mark. I'm gonna try to go through these videos on a bit of a speed dial, so we won't elongate this show for 2 and 3 hours. And the first show I'm going to start out with is my last Dog King Power Hour. And it was called Love is in the Air. I was just talking about how, Valentine's Day was approaching and stuff like that. Hey, you might want to go get you a doll and things of that nature. My guy, Steve, Dog King Army team member. He come in, he says, "Hey Jay," and he a newer team member. He says, "Hey Jay, about your movie reviews, it would be helpful if you let your viewers know how you watched the movie. Was it Netflix, Tubi?" He said, "I haven't seen the list except clips on YouTube. Thanks, I appreciate all your shows." And this is what I told Steve. I said, "I actually can't say where I watch it, my friend. Thanks for the support." Basically, hey, I'm a renegade when it comes to watching these movies, and I'm sorry, guys. It's 2023. It's a million ways to watch these movies online, but I can't tell you how to, where to go. Because I'm very responsible when it comes to my YouTube channel. I love what I do. I love what I do, and I don't want to. I don't want to give any information out that could. The YouTube could be like, man, we don't want you telling people where to go and watch a movie like that. So I'm sorry, guys. I just say, hey, watch it the best way you can when you can. But I can't tell you where I watch it at. My guy King of Jong saying, I was saying to take a walk. He made a comment on something else, and he was like, man, I was saying he said, I was saying to take a walk to build a bond or do something you love with them and film it. He said, those are very inspiring videos. It shows people these dogs can be good companions. I was sort of laughing when he said that because I'm like, this is what I answered him. I said, I do something I love with them just by having them by my side. Like I've told you, my girls sitting here by my side, that is my bond builder. That them being with me every day is my bond builder. And my channel is full of me doing just that. I'm not going to do anything, like I say, for you guys to say, okay, I'm finna try to go do something to show y'all I'm building a bond. No, it doesn't require all that. All it requires is you living with your girls. And as far as going out, I've done all of that. I said, I always, this is what I answered him. I said, I always say, all you need to do, that's all you need to do is build a bond, is being with your girls. I said, I have videos of going out, but that's on hold for right now. I got several videos of me going out with my girls, doing things in the public. Those bonds have already been built. They've already been built. But the thing is, I don't have a car anymore. I don't have that type of transportation anymore. I can't go out on the town today. I'm glad and I'm blessed that I do have those videos already in existence, but I can't go out today. But I'm showing you every day how to build a bond with your girls. You know how to do it? Just be with them. Have them out. Don't put them in the closet all the time. Have them out with you. Watch shows with you. And my whole channel is based on the companion aspect of things. I haven't had sex with my girls. So my whole channel is based on, and that's what I said. I said my whole channel is an example of them being great companions. So if you're looking at my channel and you're wondering how to be companions with your dog, well, just do what I do. Have them out with you. It's not about having sex. It's just about having them around. And like I say, my channel has never been about trying to do flips to say, hey, look at what I'm doing, guys. No, when I go out, I filmed it. When I decided to go out, I didn't go out to do it for YouTube, right? And so I filmed it whenever I did go out. But right now, I can't do it. I appreciate King of John, though. He's so active. So active. He said, he says, Jay, when Valentine's Day come up, you should go on a date with one of your girls and get down. Once again, I have been, when I first got my girls, I went out on a Valentine's Day and all this other stuff. But I said, nah, my girls are cool not celebrating Valentine's Day. Do whatever y'all want to do with your girls, but thank God my girls they ain't concerned with Valentine's Day, birthdays, and all this ridiculous stuff anymore. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, we ain't studying it. I don't know what he was talking about on here, but he said, hey, Jay, I just want to let you know I don't disagree with you. I'm just providing some food for thought. It is your fantasy and you go do what make you happy. I don't know what he was talking about on that. Maybe he was responding when I said I don't go out. I'm not sure. But I did say this. I say the same thing, my friend. Everyone has their own fantasy to live. Because I do say that. On my channel, I give all of my opinions and thoughts on the dog game. But at the end of the day, it is your fantasy. You do whatever you want to do. Because like I say, I don't make love to my girls. But if you want to make love to your girls, go right on ahead. You know, I've taken my girls out on dates in the public. If you don't want to do that, don't do that. You know, do whatever makes you happy. I always say, I just hope your fantasy doesn't consist of you reenacting harmful acts with your girl. It's still up to you. It's not going to be against the law. You know, I'd rather you not do that because it builds up negative habits. But if you ain't breaking the law, you ain't breaking the law. So you can do what you want to do. King of Jung, like I say, King of Jung, if you're watching this, I want to send shots out to you, man. You've been very active. You've been going back looking at old videos. You know, whether you agree with me or not, I've been appreciating your comments. So on this video, it's called New Tech from Iron Tech and a new dog from WM. Iron Tech came out with their new mouth feature where they have a movable jaw. I was talking about that. And WM came out with a new dog based off of a adult film star. And it was a great dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. But in this video, King of Jung says, I agree with you, Jay. I'm human. But having terms like, oh, because in this video, I was talking about how I'm not with naming myself, saying I'm a technosexual, robosexual. Or I don't even like people naming themselves out in the real world, you know, telling everybody what type of sexual they are. Look, nobody gives a damn. Why are we telling people what we do in the bedroom? And, you know, just do what you would do in the bedroom. You ain't got to label your damn self for me. I just feel like it's unnecessary. But King of Jung said he agreed with me about that point. But having terms like robosexual makes it easier for people to understand you or digest what you do, especially bullies and the people who make fun of you. I was like, nah, man, John. From this standpoint, I said, I'm not interested in naming myself for others to be content, my friend. Huh? No, I'm not interested in naming myself so somebody can digest what I am. What? No, not interested in it. I said, they can label me, but I'd never label myself. You can call me whatever you want to, but I ain't calling myself none of that crap. Then I said, it's not for me it's not for me, my friend. I said, you can't worry how others perceive you. You can't be worried about that. You know, then people, I mean, who getting bullied as a grown person, man? I know it's some people out here that do, but how are you even allowing yourself to get bullied? You know, the only way you can allow yourself to get bullied as an adult is when you really let people's opinions of you affect you, man. Just don't listen to that crap. Don't accept that stuff into your mind. You know what I'm saying? If they want to think of you in a bad way, God bless them. Keep right on rolling. Don't pay attention to it. I never did respond to this because I just haven't. It's a little something different, but I have this one girl. She's been an old subscriber. She says, "Hey Jay, I've been sub since I seen a documentary on dog culture. I'm putting together a commentary. I don't think she said that right. She said I'm putting around a commentary around a news piece pertaining to this subject, and immediately thought about you and your channel. I would love to interview you and your ladies. I'm going to look on your channel for your email. That's the best way to ask me for an interview or something like that, but I'm not interested in doing interviews right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just really focused on doing my job on the channel. Not really looking to do I've done enough of those, honestly, for right now. So I'm not really looking to do that. To me, I find out it's more of a distraction than anything. You get on some of these people channels, and I'm like, you know what? I could just be doing my job. You know what I'm saying? I could just be doing my job, you know. But King of Jung says, I would get AI when it gets more advanced. Like if they put a chat bot in the dog. I'm like, what? He threw me off with that. Because I'm like, it's more than just having a chat bot. You know, AI is more than just about having a chat. You know, it's not really a chat bot. It's way more advanced than that. Because you got plenty of these AI dogs right now overseas. I've seen a lot of them doing the talking, but their mouth doesn't move or anything. Or if it does move, it moves like this. It's not even like real dogs. You know what I'm saying? But they do all the talking. They do all. They do talking. They sound like they sound like robots too. They don't sound like a woman should sound. But uh, you can get AI dogs right now that have the chatting function, but they're still not, to me, what I would choose. He did say this that I agree with. He says, I think on the AI front, only Real Doll is pushing the boundaries. It's other people trying to push the boundaries on AI, don't get me wrong. And there's another company out there that's really kicking ass, but Real Doll is definitely right at the top of the line as far as, trying to get it available for companion doll owners, getting the AI really ready for them. So I agree with him on that. He said, I don't think any other vendor or manufacturer is doing it. I said, other manufacturers are doing it, but Real Doll is ahead of the game. For most manufacturers, they are ahead of the game when it comes to AI. So that was all I had for that video. I'm going to try to go a little quicker. Let's see where we are. That was only the second video. So then I had a video on Power Surge. My guy, King of John, he's super active, man. Power Surge, the Dog King Power Hour. I guess I was talking about taking your dog out in public or something on here. I'm not sure. But King of John says, will people care if you have a dog? A lot of grown men collect dogs or play with them. They probably won't know it's a companion dog. I'm like, whoa, John. He threw me off with that. I said, yes, people care. Of course, people care. Look, of course, they shouldn't be giving a damn what people do in their private lives or whatever, but people make it their business to give a damn. I said, yes, people care. They will ridicule and talk about you when you go out or make it public that you have a synthetic companion, which they do. I'm not saying that as a deterrent, but just to let you know, if you're naive, thinking that, oh man, if I get a dog, you mean to tell me they'll really say something about me? Hell yes, they're gonna talk about you. What are you talking about? Yeah, they will. I'm just letting you know they will talk about you. You got to be strong if you're gonna let people know about the dog game. You got to be strong. I said this. Of course they'll know it's a dog, my friend. I mean, John, no offense, my friend. These dogs look super duper realistic, but you're gonna know it's not a human once you get close up on it, bro. Maybe from a far distance you may think it's a human, but once you get up on it, you're gonna know it's not a human. Believe me, when you get a dog, you'll see. You're gonna know it's not a human, bro. So believe me, when I go out in public, even if somebody thought that it wasn't, even if somebody thought it was a human at first, they quickly realize that it's not. I said, that's why I said you have to be prepared for backlash and stay positive. I said, you can't go out getting into altercations when people talk about you. I said, it's best to ignore it and keep on going. That's why I say stay positive. I don't just say that for my health. I'm saying it because you're going to get somebody that's going to step out of line. And they're going to put you in a position to where you can be like, what you say about my dog? F you, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? Now you in an altercation. And it's not worth all of that. It's best to just stay positive. Enjoy the date you're on. Don't even respond to people that's being negative. Just enjoy yourself. They'll leave you alone. If you don't add fire to stoke their fire even more, they'll leave you alone. Just keep on going. And then King of John says, it breaks my heart. He wants to say heart to see people treat others like that. I'm very sorry that it happened to you. You ain't got to be sorry because I don't ignore that. I mean, I ignore all that negative stuff. Even when it did happen to me, it never got into my spirit. He says, I'm very sorry if that happened to you. He said, if I ever do decide to go out, I will hold my head up high and not get into it with anyone. I said, thanks, but luckily, so when I answered him, I said, thanks, but luckily the words didn't hurt me, my friend. I said, glad to hear that you'll remain calm and positive because that's how you'll push, companion dogs forward by staying calm. You don't want to
be in the news as a guy that, yeah, a guy flips off the chain because a guy made a joke about his doll and he beat the guy to death. I'm like, whoa, no, you don't want to do nothing crazy like that. No, you don't want to do nothing like that. Stay in control of your emotions if you ever do, go out with your companion dog. What's my next video? Wrong type of robots. I had a video called Wrong Type of Robots. King of John commented on that. I told you he's been active. I was talking about, what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about these little robots that they be using in wars and stuff. And I was just like, man, I think I was talking about something to the point. I was like, you know what, we'll invest in something like these robots that can go to war and stuff and fighting and kill and maim people, when we can be putting that type of money into the more AI type robots that people are saying that they want in the future. We could be putting those resources toward actually making what I call Terminators or Blade Runner type AI dolls, really exist. But we're, and they can actually help humanity. But we're steadily putting our money into robots that can kill people. And so that's what that video was mainly talking about. But King of John says, in Japan, people believe objects have a soul. They are making strides in robotics. I said, I have a similar philosophy on objects being alive, which I do. I've always thought about that. All of us are made of atoms, electrons, and neutrons and things of that nature. And I was just like, man, supposedly everything on Earth are made up of those, same atoms. And, of course, I know God puts life into us humans, but I can't lie. Just thinking about everything having the same basic building blocks of life in them, as far as atoms and stuff like that are concerned, it makes you think like, man, is it possible that these things, even like the desk that I'm sitting at, has some type of consciousness, And although, the answer normally comes back, but no, it's not alive. I always think of the scenario of, what if I'm a desk, right? What if I'm actually a desk right now? And when Jay wipes me off, I feel it. When he cleans me off, I feel it. Or when he kicks me, I feel it. But Jay doesn't know I'm alive the whole time he's doing this. So the desk right here could really be alive and saying, damn, man, I can't tell anybody I'm alive. They don't know I'm alive. So I've often thought of things that from that standpoint, like, man, what if things could really be alive and we just don't know it? And so I've always laughed when I found out the Japanese thought like that, because I was like, man, I say, I understand where they're coming from with that. But once again, I've always sort of given life to inanimate things in my life. And that's what made me a perfect candidate for the dog life. So I'm very similar with Japan. I'm not concrete on the belief, but I understand where they're going with the belief. So that was all the video comments I had on that video. We moving right along, baby. When to hit buy? I had a guy named Marcus comment on this one. When to hit buy? And that's the video where I was basically saying you need to wait. And when you get tired of waiting, wait some more, do some more research. And when you just can't take it no more, then you can hit buy. So a guy a long time ago, months ago, had said, I've been buying dogs from eBay and I've been very happy with them. I have 7. And I had told him a long time ago. I said, congrats, my friend, but I can't suggest to my viewers to buy dogs from eBay. Too many horror stories about bad purchases. Even when they don't break, they can get you sick from being made from inferior materials. God bless you. But there's no way. Later on, he ended up, and I wasn't saying it to attack him, but I'm like, I don't care how many eBay dogs you got, bro. I'm not finna suggest it to my viewers so they can get one of these dogs and then come back to me and be like, man, why you send me over there? Well, this guy was actually the guy that's finna talk now. He was actually the guy that was the spark of today, the title of today's show, Be Safe Not Sorry. And he was like, hey, Jay Hefner, actually, the quality has increased a lot from what I saw. You just have to ask from the right vendors and ask for factory photos. What? This is what I said. I said, best to not even take a chance, my friend. Too many legit brands to go their route. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why even take the chance, bro? You got a million legitimate vendors out here. And guess what? By the way, you can check all the vendors in my vendors in the description of my video, or the about section of my YouTube channel, or in any of my social media sites. You can find legitimate vendors. But with all these legitimate vendors, companies, and brands out here, why are you going out of your way to go to an eBay somewhere where it's not legitimate? It's like you're asking for trouble. And I even just thought about this. What if you find one doll that's a truly legitimate doll on eBay? Why are you even taking the chance of not finding the doll? You see, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Listen to what he even says. The quality has increased. I don't want to hear nothing about the quality increase. I want my dolls to be legit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to take a chance. Why would you even take a chance? Man, I had this guy, and I'm going to tell the story now, months ago. He was saying just like this guy and the other guy before him, man, I can get a doll off eBay for $300. I said, nah, man. The dolls can break, and they made out of poor quality. Just save up a little bit more and get you a legitimate doll. Because by the time you buy 2 eBay dolls that break on you, you've been saved up for a normal doll. Come on, man. He bought the doll anyway. He like, nah, I can give me a fake WM doll off eBay and save money. Literally, I didn't find it in here, but I haven't looked for it or anything. But literally 2 weeks later, he messaged me back in the comment section and said, man, you were right. I should have listened to you. The back on my doll broke in just 2 weeks. He says, now I'm sick. I just wasted my money. I think he had spent like $400. And my whole thing is, if he had just waited a little while longer, put another 400 with that, 500 with that, he'd have been right there. He could have started getting him a Kimmer doll. He could have got him he could have went to one of my vendors and got an in-stock doll, a doll you can't customize them, but they're legitimate brands at a lower price because you can't customize them. You can go get you an Iron Tech doll for $1,200 or something like that, or less, depending on what sales are going on. So I'm like, why go over there saying that you could get lucky and you may get one doll that could be legitimate out of the 50 chances that you can mess up and get the wrong doll? I'm like, what are we doing here? I wouldn't even take that chance. And so that's what the name of the show is. Be safe, not sorry. Why would you even take the chance to try to save a couple of dollars? This ain't the game you looking to save a couple of dollars. If you're looking to save a couple of dollars, save a couple of dollars, man, when you buy a no-name pizza or something, a frozen pizza. And I love me some pizza. I got me a couple of no-name pieces in the fridge that my auntie bought me right now. And guess what? They're going to be real good because you can get a no-name when it comes to stuff like that. But guess what? You don't want to get a no-name when it comes to your dog that you're going to be laying next to. You don't want it breaking on you. You don't want it made out of materials that can get you sick. So I've told guys time and time again, this ain't the game you want to settle on, man. This ain't the place you want to cut corners. And I don't care if this guy say he got 7 or 20 eBay dolls. You got a house full of, God bless you. These dolls can bring happiness to you, but I'm serious. Other than the happiness they bring to you, they are literally junk in most cases because they're going to break in 2 weeks. And if they last, they're, like I said, they're made with materials that haven't been taken through the right testing procedures. They say a lot of these companies, or a lot of these dolls that you can get off eBay, they're made with secondhand TPE, meaning that some of these companies have found these dolls and recycled their TPE and reuse them. That's why dolls might tear a lot easier and all of that, because once you reuse TPE, it's not as strong as it used to be. It tears a lot easier. So you can take my advice or not, but if you mess with eBay stuff, then just know you on your own. As far as I didn't suggest that, that's all on you, my friends. Next is hold on. Oh, okay. Next is this: replacing a lost love. Replacing a lost love. I had my guy King of John. Replacing a lost love. That was just me talking about how that was a live. That was a great live stream. I was talking about how these companion dogs are great because you can get one, like if you have a girlfriend or wife or somebody that might died, or even maybe you just broke up with them. If it's just your girlfriend, you won't have the, unless she gives approval, you won't be able to get her a likeness of her, or you won't get an exact copy of her remade. You won't be able to get an exact copy of her remade at a companion dog company, because you would have to get her to sign off on that. But let's just say you had a wife that died or something like that, where she was your wife and you'll have the ability to consent to her likeness being made. Well, I said that's the cool thing about companion dogs, is where you can literally replace somebody who's died in your life. Now, you won't actually be able to fully replace a human being that you've lost, but you will be able to have their likeness around you, and that can do a whole lot for your psyche. I was talking in that live stream about a guy who, lost his wife, and he was able to get a real dog that looks similar to his wife, and it made him so happy. And I ran across another guy that did the exact same thing. So I said, man, from that standpoint, these dogs can really, mend some hearts, man, from people who have lost some people they've been in love with for years and years and years. Yes, because I talked about another guy over in India who bought a dog, and she wasn't really a dog. She was actually a silicone statue, supposedly. But he bought her because his wife had died, and he was like, "Yeah, it's not my wife, but it puts him at ease." So I said that was a very good thing about these companion dogs. That somebody like me, I can just get a dog, to be my companion, but they're not representing anybody of my past. They're just girls who I really like and are attracted to. But you can also, like you say, go the route of replacing a loved one. King of John, excuse me, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to think when I did this. But either way, he said I was born in India, because I had asked him where he was born at. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. He said I was born in India. He said the definition of love is different. It isn't 100% sexual. He said they value building memories and spending time, like going out and doing things together. They focus on making a bond. I said this. I asked him, I said, did you grow up in India? And he says, no, he was raised in America. So that was good to know. I don't think that's exclusive to India, though. I think that's just a lot of people value, in different cultures, value, like you say, building bonds and memories and spending time, like going out and doing things together. But in every culture, you're still gonna have people who don't give a damn about all that. They're gonna be more on 100% sexual mode. But I believe at the core of things, no matter where you are in the world, to really build a bond, it's about building memories and spending time and going out and doing things together. I think that's really the universal way to build a bond, no matter where you are. Whether it's India, South America, Asia, wherever it is. I mean, Europe or Asia, wherever it is. King of John says a lot of people don't understand how much happier companionship can make you. He said you got to really analyze your emotions to understand it is always good when looking for a partner to find someone that offers companionship. That's the case for human or dog. And I say I agree. I don't have nothing else to add on that. That was a good statement. Now, I think I was saying in that stream about how, man, I don't give, and I've said this a million times, I don't give a damn, man. To be truly fulfilled in this lifestyle, you need to have some human experiences. You know, you need to be, know what it's like to really make love to a woman. I'm talking about make good love to a woman, not just have a one-off experience. That way, once you get into this lifestyle, if you decide to be like me, more doll exclusive, you won't be on this side wondering what it's like. King of John told me this. He says, I got some from a human woman, but never had a bond with a human woman. He says, I hope to get some and build a bond with my dog. I will be honest, when I got something from a human woman, it didn't feel that good because the bond wasn't there. There was some pleasure and a lot of nervousness. It was very awkward. And I can't lie, I get a lot of guys like John. And that's why I say, you guys don't know. God bless you, but you don't know. I said, if you didn't have a bond, you don't really know how good it can be. You don't know. I said, I love the dog game, but you need to experience the height of human love making before being completely dog exclusive, in my opinion. Because here you go. He says this. I got something from a human woman, but never had a bond with a human woman. So basically, he was in some sort of position where he just got some vagina from somewhere. And I'm letting you know, man, if you just happen to get some just random vagina for your first time or whatever like that, it's not going to, you're not going to even know what you're doing yet. So you're not going to, even if you do the act, that's not sex yet, bro. That's not, you didn't get the full experience. You have to have experiences really to understand what you're doing in the bedroom. I was talking to my mom about this, honestly. I was like, man, even when I was a virgin, when I was first intimate, the girl asked me, I told the girl, I said, hey, that was good. And she was like, how do you know? This is your first time? I was like, oh, damn, I don't know. And I just remember that experience where I remember after it was over with, I didn't know whether I enjoyed it or not, because it was just sort of like, man, what really happened? I couldn't process this right. I knew I had done it, but I didn't, the feelings weren't, it was new to my body. So I didn't really enjoy it really. I thought it was nothing. The next few times I start making love, getting a chance to be with a woman, I remember that's when my body started waking up to what I was really doing. Like, okay, man, I'm beginning to enjoy this act. I'm beginning to understand how my body's even reacting to this. Man, it's not until several times in, to where you really are getting the full enjoyment from making love. So if you've made love one time in your life, and I ain't saying it may not even be making love. If you just got some vagina from somebody, it wasn't even making love, like John saying, it wasn't a connection, and you just got some from a random girl based off of you may paid for it, or it was just a crazy situation where you got some that night, and guess what? That was your only human experience. You don't even know what you're doing. That's not that you don't even know what sex is at that point. That was just an experience. You have to have it several times before you even know how to make love to a woman. So it's so funny when I hear stuff like this. People who may have had one sexual experience and it may not have been that great, because your sexual experience isn't going to be that great, even with the clean person just having sex one time. You have to get in the rhythm. You have to know what you're doing. You have to learn the female body. You have to know what to get from it. Like I say, if you have sex with a woman one time, you're not going to even understand what I mean by saying that a vagina, a musky smelling vagina is a good smell. You know why? Because you haven't even been with the woman long enough to let that get into your system to understand why the muskiness is a good smell. You're still coming from it from a child's mentality where you don't even know what making love is. It's all foreign to you. So you're like, ooh, she got smells. Ooh, that's nasty. I'm scared of that. No, you don't even understand. You ain't made love enough to understand, bro, that it's an aphrodisiac. You don't even know. And so when he goes on to say something about, I'm hoping to get some and build a bond with my dog, man, it's easy. Yeah, you can build a bond with your dog and stuff. But what's funny is it's still not going to be as good, bro, as building a bond and being with that human woman. You know what I'm saying? I haven't made love to my dogs, but I'm here to tell you, as good as I can make love to my girls, it still ain't gonna be good like making love to that human woman, building that bond with that human woman, and it don't take much. He said there was some pleasure and a lot of nervousness. It was very awkward. That means you don't even know what you're doing yet, bro. That's what he said about making love to the human woman. You don't even know what you're doing yet. You ain't even had a chance to explore yourself, because look what you said. That's how it is when you first making love. It'd be a little pleasure, but it's nervousness and awkward. You don't even know how to enjoy it yet. And that's my thing. You haven't even learned that yet. But you're going to come over here and be like, oh, forget all women. No, you can't say that. You haven't had the experience. And I'm not talking about Jung in particular. I'm just talking about, I've had droves of guys who've had this experience or less saying, no, it's better. You know, I believe it's better. You don't know. You ain't never even made love, bro. And if you had one or two experiences, that ain't enough to know. That ain't enough to know. That's why I say, man, a lot of you guys come over here too early, man. They come over, you need to push yourself and have yourself some damn human experiences. I'm sorry. Either way, I'm done with that. Gambino says, but he gonna say something else later on, I think, that I'm gonna come back to it. But Gambino says your views will rise as soon as you add a mini dog. I do want a mini dog. I've always wanted a mini dog because I love little people. And I want me a mini dog to represent a little person. I said I would get a mini one day, but God controls my views. He will increase them at the right time. You know, that's what I'm saying. Hey, a dog or whatever I add to this show, that's not going to increase my views. My views are going to increase when God wants them to increase. You know, it's funny. I don't let my views or anything dictate what I do. You know, I put my love behind my videos and my live streams. I give my passion to this. I love it. And I let the chips fall where they may, because at the end of the day, I'm not in control of my destiny. God is. So if he want to increase me, if he want more people to see me, they will. I know a lot of people, I'm shadow ban, YouTube against me. Blah, blah. People be saying all this stuff. I'm not saying all that mess. YouTube ain't against me. Guess what? I love YouTube. God is for me. No weapon can stand against me. Hey, guess what? I get the views when it's time for me to get them. I know he was probably just joking about the mini doll and the views and stuff, but I always use a chance to get a little serious too and be like, you know what? Ain't nothing, a mini doll or nothing ain't in control of my destiny. The only thing in control of my destiny is God. Let's see where we are now. Look like I missed something. Did I miss something? I did miss something. King of John commented on another video I did. When I took my girls out to the zoo. I took Callie out to the zoo. And he just said, go get him, Jay. Nice day. I gave him a thumbs up. And that was a great date. Man, that going to the zoo was one of the best dates I ever went on, honestly. With my companion dog. That was great. If you haven't seen that, you might want to go check that out. When I went to the zoo with Callie. It was something else I missed too, I saw. Saying, yeah, I missed this one. Saying Gwyneth Primaris. I did a video saying going on a date with your dog can come with backlash. Because a lot of these people be, man, I'm going on a date. I'm going on a date. I'm taking my dog out like you. And I'm like, hey, you can do it. You can do it. And no problem with it. But don't be just out here thinking you ain't finna hear no backlash. And don't go out here thinking that you're gonna tell somebody off if they come again, if they say something negative to you, because that's the wrong type of energy. Go out there, be positive. Know that more than likely than not, somebody gonna say something negative towards you. Keep positive, keep going forward, like I already said. But Sanguinis Primary says, who cares about the backlash? He said, as long as you're happy, it's all good. Ignore the detractors. I gave him a thumbs up. He right. That's exactly what I've been saying. Ignore them and keep going. Let's see where I am now. I think we caught up now. Yep, I got a comment on my 153 centimeter full silicone doll review, the review I did on Marblade. A guy named 1129789 says, those white sticks, because I had 2 white sticks to come with my Iron Tech doll. I didn't know what they were in the actual review. And I ended up finding out, but the guy says those white sticks are diatomite moisture absorbing sticks. They also came with my Iron Tech doll. He says I use them all the time to dry my doll's orifices. Works really well. I said I found out what they were later on, and then I dropped them and broke them, because I broke both of them like right after I did that video. I still got them though. I said, luckily, I don't really need them because me and my girls don't get intimate. So, I don't really need to clean out their orifices. Even now, when I wash all my girls, I wash over the top of their vaginas. And I don't go up inside of them because it's never been used. So I don't have to clean out the insides. That does make it easier for me. So I don't have to get down and dirty like that. So that was all on that. We rolling now, though. We are rolling. I'm gonna catch all back up to my comments when I get done. I'm almost done too. Let's see where we are now. Yeah, we almost done. What was this one? Oh, okay. King of John commented on. Yep. He commented on my video where I took Callie out to the Grizzlies. We didn't actually go into the Grizzlies game, but it was pre-game one day, and we went out to the stadium, just walking around, looking at stuff. Me and Callie. It's called Memphis Grizzlies NBA opening ceremony. I think that was that the beginning of this year? I think that might have been the beginning of this. Let me see. Hold on, what date that is. Or was that last year? Yeah, that was the beginning of this year when we did that, I guess. And King of John just said, it's great to see you out and about making your bond stronger with your girl. And I said, the bonds are strong in this family, my friend. I can't wait to go out again in the future, which is true. It's crazy. I got mixed feelings. I'm so happy bike commuting on my bike. If it wasn't for my companion dogs, I would literally not even be thinking about getting another car. I'm serious. But I do want to take them back out on dates and things of that nature, and just going out into the real world, because I just, they my girls. I'm proud of them. So I do want to go out and stuff more with them. But I really am not in the rush to get no car either. So I like to ride my bike, but I do actually need a car if I want to take my girls back out. So it'll all happen at the right time. I'm just glad that I went out as much as I could when I did have a car. I went out as much as I could. I pushed everything to the limit. And that's what makes me happy. I did my best. My guy, Rock Gut Bloated. He commented on my video called No Regrets, and basically that video is self-explanatory. I just did a quick video saying, hey, when I look back on my companion dog life, is one thing I can definitely say. I ain't got no regrets about getting into this game. And Rock Gut Bloated said, me neither. And 1.5 years in, I gave him the thumbs up. Yeah, brother, glad you happy too. Glad you still happy too, brother. Oh, then I had my video feeding your ears, feeding your ears, and basically I was just like, honestly, I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory to this. Thana, Venti, Chrissy Mayer, and a lot of other people are caught up into some big time drama mess right now. Big time drama mess. And they talk about this crap every day. It's nothing but negative mess that all of them have gotten themselves wrapped up into. And honestly, they talk about this stuff so much, and it's so much negative bull crap that even me, I haven't listened to one show they've done on it, but I know about it. Why? Because all of them, that's all they talk about. They're consumed by that negative bull crap. And me, it stunk up my airspace, just from them talking about it so much. So I know about it, but I'm not even trying to listen to any of that mess. But what I was trying to tell you is you'll listen to all that negative crap and you'll think you're just listening to them talk. Or you'll listen to some news that's negative and you think you're just listening to them talk. You're not aware that that mess is seeping into your body, seeping into your mind, getting you negative as well. And that's what I say. You got to be careful what you feed your ears in this world. You may just think you're looking at some shows or think you're looking at this or think you're listening to that. But if it's negative, it's turning your spirit, getting you spiritually negative. I'm not talking about it's making you evil, but it can get you in a bad mood. It can bring you down. It can start robbing you of the joy of the beauty of each day. And like I say, Thana and all these other girls, Venti, they wrapped up in all that negativity. Look, they got whoever they're directing their anger at, got all of them shook to their core. That's all they're thinking about is this one person. And I'm like, man, that is ridiculous that, y'all have let yourselves get caught up into all that negativity. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of them focusing on their task. They're all focused. Now, keep in mind, negativity draws in attention. So, although I haven't listened to one video any of them have done on it, I have looked at their views. And compared to some of their other videos, those shows have been getting a lot of views. Why? Because people are drawn to negativity. But it's unhealthy for them to be talking about it that much, and it's unhealthy for whoever is listening to that mess that much. But like I said, they're playing into it. And I'm telling you, you got to know what not to play into when it comes to that negative mess getting into your ears. Because it'll start, little things will start adding up. And before you know it, you're going to be walking around negative 24/7. You don't want to do that. So you got to guard your ears. Be careful what you're feeding them. Sheila Bell, Dog King Army team member. The truth. Thanks for the reset. And it was a very short video. I got right to the point. Watch what you're feeding your ears. Black Zach says, amen. Appreciate y'all. God bless you. Where am I hitting at? That was all I had for that video, was just those two comments. I really just wanted to go back over what I was saying in that video. Cap, he commented on my video, don't use the smell goods. It was another quick video I did about, hey, because I was talking to the beautiful Ataya Barclay, Ataya and Princess Mika. Let me check, man. I haven't heard from her in a while. Let me see if Ataya is still that made me think about her. Let me see if she's still a member. Because did she leave the family? Because I sure haven't heard from her in a while. There she go, Ataya. She's still here. I might give a shout out to Sane, Lieutenant Johnny, The Rabbit, Steve W, James Krause, Heavy Metal, Leo, Ataya Barkley, Sheila Bell, DAS Comic Book still hanging with me. Kevin Gray and Blue CCG. My Dog King Army team members, God bless you all. So yeah, Taya's still hanging with me. But in that video, I was talking about, me and Ataya was talking about, she was asking me about perfume one day, and I was like, nah. She was like, can I put perfume on my dog? No, she was talking about putting perfume on her dog. And I was like, Ataya, be careful. Don't put it on her skin because, depending on the perfume, you never know. It can have a bad reaction with your TPE or silicone dolls. And so she was like, I just put it on the wig. I said, okay, good. Put on the wig or the clothes. And when I did that video, I said, don't use the smell goods. I said, put it on the wig or the clothes. And Cap says, why? And I've already answered it. I said, because it can have a bad reaction if you put it in direct contact with TPE skin or silicone skin. So be very careful with that. What else do we got? Oh man, I only got a couple more videos. Oh man, this video was post Super Bowl reaction. This is a live stream, post Super Bowl reaction, and Real Doll frequently asked questions. So I just reacted to the Super Bowl, had my, talked about my opinions on the Super Bowl, and then I read a lot of frequently asked questions on Real Doll's website, and gave the answers. Miami Spice checked in and says, good to see you. Hope you're well. I said, hey, Miami. 10 drafts, my good guys. He's been hanging with me for a while. He says, long live the king. Have a great week. I said, good to hear from you, my friend. He says, I keep missing your live streams. He says he's usually sleeping around that time, which I know a lot of people are. He said, but we'll try again. Nikita is doing great, but she's cold, ready for summer here. I love the fact that my girls are cold because my central air went out last year in my house. It got a lot warmer than it ever been since I've been here. And I still only have 2 air conditioning units, so it doesn't really keep this house as cool as it should be, but it keeps it from being a sauna. But right now, my girls stay a little warmer than I would like them to stay during the summer months. So I'm not really rooting for it to come back right now. I actually probably need another window unit, and that will keep the house cool enough. But that'll come hopefully in the coming months. Like I say, right now, I'm just thanking God that I can still do the show today. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've sort of said this before. I'm running on fumes over here as far as finances. That's fine though. I'm staying encouraged. I'm happy, thanking you, Jesus, that every day I get a chance to still do my show right now. And you guys can't see behind the scenes, but I'm just letting you know I'm gonna do this show and until the wheels come off, or and I don't think the wheels gonna come off, honestly. I believe God is gonna step in right at the right time and keep my show going. That's really what I think gonna happen. But no matter what happens, I'm gonna do it till I can't do it no more. I tell you that. And I'm gonna do it just as happy today as I would any other day. Thank you, Jesus. Either way, so I'm cool with it not being summertime right now. And glad to hear that his girl is doing good. And even if you do miss a stream, I'm glad that you catch it later on, 10 drafts. And that's anybody out there. If you catch my stream later on, thank you for checking us out later on. King of John commented on this. He said, because I was talking about Real Doll frequently asked questions. He was like, Queen from Real Doll looks really fine. She's not my type, but I said she has a very realistic look about her. I went to go look at her because I'm like, man, I forgot what Queen looks like. I'm not saying she's ugly at all, but I'm saying she wouldn't be my first choice of Real Doll. But that girl looks good. She's a nice looking girl, but I can't lie. She looked so realistic. She reminded me of some type of a Baywatch girl or something. So you might be like, Jay, you don't like a Baywatch girl? Nah, I liked her, but like I say, it's other Real Dolls I would have probably gotten before her. I think I'm almost done. Yeah, I got Alexis Charis commenting on my 153 centimeter review on Mar Blade, pretty much. Alexis says, great video. What is the breast and cup size on this doll? And I was like, I really don't know. I said, I think she like a 36C cup or something, I said, they list her as a breast size is 7 to 8 centimeters, but who the hell knows what that really is? But I know Kimberdoll had Callie listed as a double D or something, right? But when I went to go actually buy real clothes for her, I think she ends up wearing like a 34C. That's what I really think Callie wears. But Mara Blaze breasts are a little bit bigger than Callie Sons. So, like I said, they're not really a double D or anything like that. I think there's something like a 36C. That's what I think they are. I think that was the last question. Let me see. Gotta make sure. Oh, no, I got one more. Oh, no, I got several more. I got a few comments on my video from last night when I said Rihanna ruined the Super Bowl because she did. Like I said, coming out there with that pregnant belly. She wasn't, you know what I'm saying? At first, I was critiquing her performance because I'm like, she ain't moving. She ain't changing her outfit. She got these male dancers, whoever the hell they are, dressed like condoms. My mom told me she was sending a tribute to this the guy that died, a fashion designer that died. So God bless and rest his soul. But man, that fashion that she was displaying, that was terrible for me. I was like, she ain't changing her clothes because I was sitting back off the TV. I wasn't close up enough to really pay attention to the details of what she was wearing. But after things ended, I saw that she was pregnant. Saw her stomach was sticking out and stuff. I'm like, nah, you don't do no performance pregnant like this. You should have, because you knew you were pregnant 6 or 7 months ago. You were supposed to tell them, hey, I'm pregnant. Let somebody else do this. I do it next year. Don't nobody want to see your pregnant pot-bellied butt out there doing no show half-assed. I didn't enjoy it from that standpoint. And then my mom was like, yeah, but she said she wanted to do the Super Bowl for her daughter, for her son to see her perform. Guess what? You're pregnant. Let him see you perform next year. But don't nobody want to see your butt pregnant. And like she was like, yeah, well, she don't care about the money because they don't even pay you for the Super Bowl. I said, yeah, see, but that's my problem. That's what I talked about yesterday. It's the same thing as a woman after she done got her man, or not even just a woman, but after a person that has gotten their woman or gotten their man where they start getting lazy. Well, yeah, I got them now. I ain't got to give a damn about what I look like no more. And so that's what I was upset about that performance because I said, yeah, this woman filthy rich. So she ain't got to give a damn about people like me no more and us saying, hey, you shouldn't be pregnant. You don't look right. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a good performance. She ain't got to give a damn. Why? Because she filthy rich. And I'm like, no. That reminds me of a woman, like you said, or a man who's in a relationship who don't care about their body because they got the man now. Yeah, I got you. Now I can do whatever I want. And that pissed me off. I'm like, no, don't nobody want to see that mess. Yeah, it's also a bad example because I was saying the Thanos of the world and all these other girls to be, I got a boyfriend. And my boyfriend. I said, don't nobody see, that's where you get that stuff from. You see these older superstars out here and they are pregnant and knocked up and they still want to perform like they was young and sexy. Well, it ain't hitting right no more, but they can afford to do it. Why? Because they went on and made their money on the front end. Well, I was like, Dana, they're in their primes. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here championing and talking about your boyfriend 24/7 or talking about who you got a crush on. Let your male fan base fantasize. Because Rihanna, you know what she wasn't doing when she was coming up? She wasn't pregnant. She wasn't talking about her boyfriend. Neither was Beyonce. They only pulled that crap once they got money. And so that's why I was like, hey, now keep in mind, Tana, God bless you. I'm not trying to get in your pocket, but maybe you feel like you made enough off your calendars to where you don't give a damn. You can talk about your boyfriend all the time and not run away your customers. So that's fine. But I'm just telling you, it's not a good look. And you are losing some money from the people who don't want to hear that mess. And I know she probably did it even before she did the calendars. I know, but it still was never a good idea to do it. When you're a young, fine, sexy woman, guess what? You don't want to run off any potential fan, of your fan base by talking about who you got a crush on and who the hell you screwing or getting pregnant. You don't want to do that. So that's all I was talking about in that video about Rihanna. I was like, hey, she ruined it, being pregnant with that pot belly and that lackluster performance. And I also talked about Real Doll Testimonials. So I went on their site and I was reading about a lot of people who bought real dolls. It was a great show last night. I really enjoyed it. Yesterday morning rather. David L. He heard at the beginning. He said Jay can spit bars. I gave him thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. King of Jong says sex is an act of love. You need to fall in love or learn to love someone before having sex. Love takes patience. Once again, God bless you, John, but you've already sort of explained to me that you don't have a whole bunch of experience in the love-making department. So let me explain something to you. Love is awesome, but it is not necessary to have, but love is awesome, but it's not necessary to have a great intimate experience with a human woman. That's what I told him. Love, for you to have a great sexual experience, you don't need to be in love. It's good to have a little bit of a bond, but you don't need to be in love. You don't need much more than a couple of weeks, man. You just need to be, love makes sex, when you're in love with somebody, it makes the love making process even more intense. So as you're dating someone and you're falling in love with them and stuff, yes, as time goes along, your love making to that person, it is going to be more intense. But you don't need to be in love to get a whole bunch out of the love making process. You can damn near just meet somebody and have a great bond out of the love making process. And here's the deal. As you become an experienced lover, you can run across girls for one night stands and things of that nature, and you can have a great sexual experience. Why? Because you're experienced in sex. So, like what John was saying earlier, when he was like, man, I had sex, but it was somebody I didn't know that good, and it wasn't that great of an experience. Well, you didn't know what the hell you was doing, bro. Once you are an experienced love maker, you can meet somebody in a one-night stand and have a hell of an experience. But it's still not going to be as good as getting to know somebody. You see what I'm getting at? A little bit more. I mean, some of them one-night stands can be great, but when you sort of get into a relationship with somebody, they care for you, you care for them a little bit more. And like I say, those feelings can start building up even after a couple of weeks. Because it is a certain thing as love at first sight where you just have a strong bond off the bat with a human woman. And so, like I say, I've had good experiences on one night. I've had good experiences in 2 weeks. But from my experience, if you're in love with a woman, yeah, that whole act is going to be on another level. Don't get me wrong. But you don't need to be in love to have some good intimate experiences. No, you don't need that. You don't need that. And so I had to correct my friend now. I'm like, nah, bro, you don't quite need to be in love now. You don't got to do that. It makes it better, but you don't need it. King of John says, oh my God. He wrote a paragraph on here. He says, I know what a human woman, he said, I know what human sex with a stranger feels like. And I would say I have better time pleasuring myself. That's what he says. He says, for human sex to feel good, you need to have a deep connection. Not true. You don't need to have a deep connection. He said, and bond with that person. He said, if not, it just feels awkward. Not true. He says, and there is very little pleasure. The thing is, you've had very little experiences. So that's why you think that it's going to always feel awkward, but that's not true. He said, building a strong bond can take 1 to 2 years of doing activities like going shopping, LARPing, or etc. You have lost your mind, King of Jong. I love you, but you have lost your mind. Building a strong bond does not take no damn 1 or 2 years. You don't have to, it don't take that long to build a strong bond, bro. You can build a strong bond after a few months with somebody. Y'all can be head over heels just in a few months. He said, everything Jay did with his dogs by going out, that is what you need to do with human women for sex to feel good. Wrong. Like I said, building a bond with the human woman is good. Going out with them, it does help you build a bond. Like I told you, all of that can make making love feel better in the end, but you don't need to do all that for it to feel good. You don't need all of that. Literally, once you become experienced in love making, You can feel good in a one-night stand. Believe me. Now, you just take the chance on a one-night stand of it not being a good person that you end up being with. She can end up being funky, have something, just not, a lot of stuff can go wrong with a one-night stand, but it can, believe me, I've ran across the girl where the chemistry was just right. And that one night was amazing. So it can still be great. But I just say the optimal thing is probably for you to get to know a girl for a few weeks, a couple of weeks or something. And when y'all come together, then it's gonna as long as she clean and all that, and you're attracted to her, she's attracted to you. Oh yeah, that's gonna be an explosive little time right there. But you don't need months, you don't need years, and you don't even got to go out on a lot of dates like that. You don't got to do all that, King or John. He said, if you build with a bond with a dog, then sex will feel real good with the dog, probably the same as a human. Whoa, my God. He said, still haven't got my dog, so I can't compare. Let me tell you something, bro. You haven't had nowhere near enough making love to no woman to even come up with that particular statement. You just said you don't even know. Like I said, you don't even know the extent of how good a human woman can be. You know what I'm saying? You only had sex with a stranger, and like you say, since you weren't an experienced guy at sex, you didn't even get the right things out of it that you could have got out of it. So you're not in a position. That's why I hate guys, and not against you. I love your I love that you're active, John, whether I agree with you or not. Remember that. I love that you're active. But I hate when guys that have literally no experience in the love making department say things like it's going to be just as good with the dog. Nah, bro, you don't know how good it is with a human woman. See, I cannot have experience with the dog, bro. You know why? It's inanimate. Everything I do with her, I'm still going to be in control of. Like, the dog isn't going to reach out and kiss me of its own accord. And even if it was an AI able to do that, like in Blade Runner or Terminator, I've told you, it's still artificial in my brain. It still is not the human woman deciding to do it. And believe me, a human woman deciding to do stuff to you, deciding to kiss on your neck, deciding to rub your private area, deciding to do all type of little stuff to you, go down on you, doing all little stuff, that stuff just cannot be fully replicated. Even though I'm happy in the dog game, I still know that I don't care how much fun I can have physically, it's not going to get to that level with the human woman where she can do things reciprocally, where she can reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? I can show her attention and she can choose to show it right back. That's different. It's just different. It's going to be a different experience. Like I said, I can get pleasure physically with my girl if I chose to do that, but it's still going to be different than me riding down the street one day and my girl looking over and be like, you know what? I'm going to unzip your pants and go to town while you driving. Like I say, even if a robotic doll did that, it would be by command. Or, it still would be from an artificial standpoint. It's something different from a woman looking at you like, yeah, I'm finna go down there. It's just different. The only thing I really agree with him on here is it's easier when he says at the end, it is just easy to build a bond with a dog. Now, I'm with him on that. Now, it is easy to build a bond with the dog. It is a lot easier because you ain't got to deal with none of the mental stresses of human relationships whatsoever. And here's the deal. You can say something that a human woman might not like. It might turn her off. She gone. Guess what? You ain't finna say nothing that the dog ain't gonna like. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? I preach that you should always be a good, clean person. Take care of your body. But guess what? If you come in the house funky as a dog, your girl, your companion dog ain't gonna break up with you. So what I'm saying, yeah, it's easy to build a bond with your dog. That's no lie. That's no lie. But all the other stuff he talking about having to be with a girl 1 or 2 years to have sex, what, have you lost your mind? You know how much money she have been drained out of you, used you in all type of ways in 1 or 2 years? Man, what? I hope you don't wait that long. No, no, no. You know, a lot of these guys, you know, they make a mistake actually letting these girls talk them, these human girls talk them into waiting for Blue CCG. God bless you. He said, rock the show till the wheels fall off, dog. Ken, keep going, bro. You were meant to do this. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Blue CCG. I appreciate that contribution. It's a trip, man, because the main contributors to this show mainly have been my Dog King Army team members who are already showing a dedication by being monthly donators. So, man, I appreciate you guys. I always tell you, man, it's all love. I know you're not obligated to show love to this show. You know, I was just watching Nina Infinity's whole stream. You know, somebody did give her like $50, I think, but a lot of these streams, people don't always give to, you know, even these bigger creators. So even when I get something, I'm very thankful of it. I appreciate you for keeping us going. And you're right, I'm gonna keep going until the wheels fall off. But like I say, I just said that statement, but I guess what I'm trying to say is this. Let me put it to you like I'm not calling anything to exist. I think God gonna keep me going. Thank you, Jesus. I believe it. But what I was saying is, even if I was to face adversity, man, to where, you know, something came up, I'm not stopping. I don't care if you didn't, you know, if something was to happen where you didn't see me for a second. That don't mean I'm stopped. It means that my finances is, look, something may be going on with my finances, but until you hear me say I'm done, I ain't done. You know what I'm saying? This is what I love. I love to do this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see nothing stopping me from fulfilling my destiny. You know what I'm saying? God, as long as God with me, no man can stand against me, baby. That's my line right there. But I think I finished up. Now, let me see if I finished. I did give him just a straight up answer too. I said I've already answered this, but I said it doesn't take 1 or 2 years for a human. In most cases, 2 weeks is enough. But the bond will grow the longer you go without sex. I said there is a point where you shouldn't be waiting too long on a human woman because someone can get played like a fool. Meaning that I'm going to be honest, you can do whatever you want. But man, once you start getting past 3 months, which I wouldn't even be going, me, I promise you, I stopped going 3 months. I don't know how long. I mean, 3 months, that might have been some type of high school rule or something like that. But you know, when you're talking to a woman and stuff, it don't take that long, bro, for her to decide she want to make love to you. Believe me, a woman knows whether she wants to make love to you within a few seconds of seeing you. I'm gonna let you know, a human woman already. So by the time you want to get ready to pay and simp and do whatever you want to do, I'm letting you know she already know whether she wants you, bro. She already knows. So if you're talking to a human woman, you need to be getting some of that booty within a couple of weeks. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, if you want to extend that out, I say go a month. Me, I ain't going much further than 2 or 3 weeks. You know, if I'm talking to a girl and we vibing and all this stuff, look, after a few weeks, you know, maybe a month at the longest. But other than that, man, you getting into a dangerous time now to where you could be getting played like a fool. You know, believe me, man, I've known too many human women, talked to too many human women. They do these things, man. You know, I've had human women like, yeah, I've been having him wait for 2 years. I'm gonna decide to give him a chance. But what you don't know is within those 2 years, she done gave it to all type of dudes in no time. She done gave it to this dude in 1 day, gave it to this dude in 3 days, gave it to this dude in 2 weeks. And not even saying she's a whore or anything like that. It's just that what I'm saying is she hasn't made every other guy that she's met wait like you. But you know why she's making you wait? Because you cool with waiting. You done put it out there that I'll wait as long as it takes. And she like, okay, cool. I ain't never got to give it to this fool. I can go make love to all the other people I want to make love to by this dummy waiting. And now once I'm done with all the people I made love to, hey, idiot, are you still waiting on me to make love? Oh, good. You still right there to pay everything I want you to pay. And now look, now all you got to do is wait 2 more years and then we're going to make love, okay? Thanks, dummy. You don't want to be that guy. I've heard too many guys. Oh yeah, man. She got me waiting. I've been waiting for I heard guys say this literally. Man, I've been with her for a while, man. It took me 2 years to get with her. I was waiting for 2 years. What? You dudes are way too persistent for me, bro. 2 years? You should have been gone, bro. Do you know how many people she done boned in that 2 years while you was trying to get her? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the guy that's trying 8 years and you just gave it to Joe Blow in 2 seconds. You just made love to him in 2 seconds, but yet and still, I was over here taking you out on dates for 3 years straight. Man, I can't wait till I get it. Man, Roscoe got it in 2 days. But you know why you never got it? Why? You never tried. Because you kept on saying, I can't be no bad guy. I gotta wait. I can't ask her for none yet. She too good of a girl. She too good for me to ask for some. No. When you dating a human woman, you put them to the test immediately. You let them tell you no. One thing you don't do is wait for them. You don't say, well, I'm going to wait because I know she probably going to put me on a 4-month waiting period here. No. You try to get it as quick as you can. You got to see what you're working with. If she give it to you too fast, then you know she ain't girlfriend material. If she make you wait a little while, hey, that's good. You ain't got to make me wait forever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because women they got emotion too. They're attracted to you too. Sometimes they don't want to wait too long either if they like you enough. I always tell a woman, I ain't gonna get too mad at you if you give it to me, within a few days or whatever. Don't worry about looking like a slut or nothing to me, because I'm gonna look at you like, hey, guess what? You ain't sleeping with everybody, but you just like me. Hey, baby, you just like me. You know what I'm saying? Some women I like that. They'll make a joker that's willing to wait 8 months, but a guy that they really like, they're gonna give it to him. That's why you got to put the woman to the test and ask for it. I'm telling you, I've seen so many examples of this. That's what made me be like, nah, I would never be like some of these guys. It was this one girl, she had a fiance. She went and performed oral on this guy. You know, I knew this woman. She went and performed oral on this guy that she wasn't, engaged to. And she was like, man, I have never, it's crazy because I've never done that with my fiance. And it's a trip. See, she'll make that fool wait. Oh, my girl don't do that. But you know what? The guy that met her and didn't give a damn, he asked for the head right off the bat. He ended up getting it. While you sitting over there like, man, my girl good. I'm gonna wait on her. I'm gonna wait. And she over here, you engaged, and she over here servicing other folks. Because that's how women are, man. Look, it's good to be good to women, but because I've done it too. I haven't done it from a simp standpoint, but just going with girls for a while, man, you can start getting a little blinded and treating them a little too good. And I'm just telling you, women, when you treat them too good, they start to lose interest. So you don't want to go too far. But one thing you definitely don't want to do is take it easy on a woman at the beginning. You got to ask for what you want early. It's best to almost offend them than to not ask. You know what I'm saying? I always used to tell girls, I bet, because that's how you get vagina quicker, man. If you're dating a human woman, you just got to go ahead and come out with it. You can't be playing all these damn well games. You got to come out with it and be like, hey, once you meet them, I'm talking about the first time you get them on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You get talking to them, you be like, hey, look. She's like, so what you looking for? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just looking for somebody to have some fun with, come spend some time with. Look, maybe have some make some good love. No, Jay, that's going to run them off. Good. I'm going to run off all the girls that ain't with it. Because most girls you ain't going to run off. They're going to be like, you so straightforward. Oh, ain't that so? You a trip. You crazy. Because you know what? More girls are going to be with that than you think they are. I've had so many girls tell me, man, you know what? I'm glad you didn't lie. I'm glad you just didn't, I'm glad you just straight up about what you want. Because if you try to come with them like you want to go with them and then ask for the vagina, then they're going to be like, well, nah, you was trying to go this route. You was trying to take me out and do all this other stuff. So they're going to hold you to that. But when you just come raw and be like, look, man, I ain't with all this bull crap. I like you. We can kick it sometime, but look, I'm just about making love, blah, blah, blah. You're going to lose a few of them, but guess what? You're going to get way more than you thought you was going to get too. You know, it's going to be a lot of them going to be like, look, I ain't with the games either. Let's go, baby. I'm telling you. Don't make them a good girl before they prove they're a good girl. Blue CCG says, I appreciate you too, man. Now, I appreciate all of my viewers, but I definitely appreciate my Dog King Army team members, people like you, Blue CCG, who contribute, you know, not only by watching, but, you know, every now and then, you know, hey, you actually, you know, contribute to the show, you know, in a monetary fashion. And I really appreciate that, only from the standpoint of, man, I know I'm a smaller channel, you know, and I don't, you know, man, I don't want to put pressure on my viewers, you know, too hard or whatever. But hey, guess what? The truth is, you are the guys that keep me going. And at this point in my life, I didn't start my journey off like this. I actually had a whole nother job and stuff. I wasn't able to do this show as much as I do it now. But man, when they let me go from their job and I just really embraced what I love to do, which is this, you know, honestly, I just took what I've had and I just been running with whatever I had left, you know, and I've been stretching out to the most. And I said, I want to do what I love every day of my life until either God gives me a way to keep doing it or I can't do it no more. And so I'm in the middle of that journey right now of just doing it until I just don't like saying this stuff, but doing it until the resources are gone, or doing it until God sends me the overflow to keep on going. And I like to think about the second one. I don't even like to think about the first one. I like, you know what? God gonna make a way. I'm gonna keep on going. But I'm still not discouraged. I keep on saying, like, Jay, you know what? The worst that comes to happen, ain't nothing gonna keep us away, baby. We gonna find a way. We gonna find a way, you know. So, with all this said, I did finish with all my comments off of all of my videos. So today's show is done. It went a little longer. It went 2 hours today. Normally it's been an hour and 30 minutes, hour 40 minutes, but went a little longer. That's okay. Have fun. Got a chance to talk about a lot of great stuff. And remember, man, be safe, not sorry. You can do whatever you want with your money, but if you're talking about getting this companion dog lifestyle, man, I'm telling you, stay away from the eBays right now. You know, maybe in the future they'll be great for it, but right now, even if you find one good dog, you're more likely to find several bad ones. You know, so just stay away from it. Come through my vendors. They're right in the description of my videos or either the about section of my YouTube channel. It's not that hard to find a legitimate girl. You can get a real dog in any other brand that you want by going through my vendors. Every vendor doesn't have every brand, but I have every brand represented throughout all of my vendors and manufacturers. So with all that said, man, we're done. We ain't gonna keep you here too much later. Check out, look, man, if y'all get a chance, check out Nina tomorrow, man. Check out her little live stream where she be doing a game, where she does gaming. Nina Infinity. Let her know I sent you over there too. She a cool little watch. But other than that, I'm finna get out of here. Love you guys. I appreciate you. It's been me, J-Dog King Hefner, and the beautiful, oh so beautiful Mara Blade. I'm really enjoying this lady right now. Ooh, Lord, look at those legs. Yeah, it's been us, and we are finna get the hell out of here. Enjoy your Wednesday. We'll check back in with you tomorrow. I don't know what the hell is going to happen tomorrow, video or live stream, but I just know we will be back. We will be back. But as of right now, we finna get the hell out of here. Thank you to all my Dog King Army team members. Thank you to Blue CCG for the big time contribution, man. And thank you guys for all of your comments. Thank you, DAS. He kicked everything off with the $4.99. I appreciate you, DAS, man. Always watching out for your boy. And Blue CCG, y'all was big time Dog King Army team members showing out today. God bless all of you. Have a great Wednesday. As of right now, me and Mara are finna get the hell up out of cheer. It's been a good one, man. It's been a good one. Hey guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, baby. Share the word, baby. Have a good one. We'll check y'all tomorrow. We out.